So hi there, welcome to my channel. This time I'm going to try to catch kingfisher. Yeah, on the sensor of course. So join me. Well, it's been almost a month since I tried last time, and right now I'm planning to do a sit in the morning, but preparations is everything, so I've just been out in the forest trying to find some nice sticks that it will sit on. Hopefully these looks very good, so I will get some close-ups, but we'll see. So one of the best places to find suitable sticks are in the leaf forest, and you have to find some natural debris, so to speak, and yeah, just walk around, find something that maybe looks interesting. So when you're looking for sticks and branches that has been fallen already, try not to pick those that are too deep in the ground. They are probably a bit rotten and it won't look good on the picture, and also they will snap quite easily. So you have to find someone is lying, has been falling and lying on the surface with just a few attachments to the ground. So here I found one that has a nice curve to it, and it's lying almost on the ground, and that could be quite okay, I think. So one of the things to think about is if the stick got different branches, like this one for instance. If I would put this like this, it would be quite okay. I would have the bird sitting on the same distance plane here. But if I would put it like this to get the bird sit up here, it might actually happen that he will be sitting on this side, or even on this side of this branch. So that would mean that he would be behind this branch here, or this stick here. So that's not good. So it would be nice if the stick or the twig or whatever you call it has a nice curve to it, but you have to think that it will be going probably almost straight down into the bottom or the shoreline. So this is a quite low curve. I would have preferred it to be more like that, but then I have to put it in the water like this. So that could be hard to find something to headrest on if it can't be stuck in really deep into the soil. And also you have to think about not putting it like this, because now you have a distance that is slowly growing, so depending where it will sit, you have the risk of getting focus on the branch here instead of the bird up here. Yes, I was taking a walk along the river here to see if I can find any kingfishers. Instead I found some butterflies, so okay, I thought I'd take some photos and some video. So as I was standing there preparing my camera for the butterfly photos, quite close distance, 2 or 3 meters, and switch it on to video and start filming using the strap as a improvised tripod. I hear this soft fluttering thing, the wings of kingfishers. So I look down from the display and there are 2 young kingfishers landing on a stick just at the riverbank, probably just 4 meters from me. So I stood completely still, but they saw me, of course, wearing plain white bright clothes, and they took off. Very frustrating, but now I know they're here, so that's good. So it was at this river many years ago that I photographed one of my earliest kingfishers, just on a tree that had fallen over there river here. And unlike other birds, the white-throated dipper, for instance, the kingfisher prefers more calmer water. But in this river there are actually small pockets of calm water where you can fish and hunt. But it's late now and there's no bird activity almost at all. So let's get back to the preparations. So now I'll put the sticks in the water, try to spread them out so they don't stay in front of each other and block the view if the kingfish would like to sit there. Now it's just for me to go to bed, have something to eat and set the alarm for early morning. That should be fine. See you then. Getting photos of the common kingfisher isn't always a simple task, so it can be hit or miss. I've been sitting waiting several times without anything happening, but I'm confident, hopeful that it will work today. Now it's time to get my things into the hide and yeah, just wait. So a good chair and a good tripod is essential since I'm going to sit here and wait for several hours. It's nice to be comfortable and that I can be relaxed while waiting. So now the rest of the gear. Camera setup, pre-focused on the stick, and yeah, the setting looks okay. It's quite high ISO still. It may look bright on the video, but it's still lacking some light, so it's important to have quite a high shutter speed if you want to catch some flight motion, but once it's on the stick I can go down and lower the ISO as well. So camera set up, I'm set up, it's time to close the blind and wait. As I said, catching kingfishers on the photo isn't the easiest thing to do. First of all, you have to find them, and that can be very cumbersome, to say the least. And then you have to find a spot where you think you can get some shots. And in my case, I put out a stick. They love sticks, and they will sit on them when they're hunting smaller fish. So a perfect stick is not too big, it's stable, it's relatively close to water, somewhere around 1 to 2 meters from the water's edge, and it should be solid enough to kill the fish. If it's too weak, he will sit on it and fish, but then he will fly off to another stick to kill its prey. So if you want it to come back after getting a fish, you better have a decent stick. They know these things. Sitting in the blind early morning means that you constantly have to check your settings if nothing happens. The rising sun will very quickly change the light situation. I have to constantly tune in the ISO and the shutter speed to keep it good match. If you listen carefully, well, you don't have to listen that carefully, but you can hear the swallows. Yeah. They're probably nesting in the reeds, and they have been chatting, I think, the whole night, or at least the majority part of this morning. And hopefully the kingfisher will appear today. So my hopes are quite high right now, since I spotted actually three kingfishers yesterday when I did my walk around the river. So hopefully one of them will come up here. We'll see. Yeah, so it is official. The kingfisher is here. I'm really stoked about that. It's one of the most beautiful birds I've seen, at least in Sweden. So seeing it this close up, it's really a treat. So the kingfisher was here about 4:45 in the morning, and now it's just 10 minutes past 5, and the light is getting brighter for every second here, so you have to keep a good eye on your exposure, and hopefully the quality will get better if he comes back. So just waiting here. Yeah, it's a real lot of activity today, more than I ever hoped for. But what I think we're seeing here is the one adult that is trying to learn his two youngs to fish and forcing them to dive into water and just not sitting and waiting for him to deliver some catch. Really excited to see this, but it's very hard to get it on both pictures and video. A little bit shaky sometimes, but yeah, extremely nice. Let's see what happens. There is really a lot of action going on now. There's a kingfisher sitting just outside my hide, but there's also been one sitting on my roof to the blind a couple of times. So those are the hard shots to get, sitting on your blind, but I'm loving it. It's a really nice experience, this. I wish I could stay here all day. They would stay all day. So the last hour has just flashed past. It didn't feel like an hour. It felt like maybe 10 minutes, and they are all over the place. Good for me, and yeah, and it continues. So it is 7:15 and the activity is getting lower. It takes more time between the appearances of the kingfish. And now the sun has hit this little spot where I have my stick, so the light is getting too bright and the shadows too dark in just a few minutes, so I probably will start to wrap up here. So this was actually the third time that I did this vlog. The first two, there were no kingfisher showing up at all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe you noticed it has been a mashup of all the three. But since I don't like to script my vlogs, I'm fine with that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.